They were under a delay. They didn't have a. They either only had one ump or they didn't have any. Maybe he might have done the game by himself. I'm guessing that might have been the case. But that talk about above and beyond. Way to go, Mike Ryan, umpire up there in the Duluth area for doing his normal softball game and then seeing the need working a baseball game. Way to go, buddy. That's great.
Absolutely. Let's buzz around the state now. Quickly, let's thank Bitesquad, bitesquad.com. Use the promo code TALKNORTH. If you haven't used Bitesquad before, use the promo code TALKNORTH, all one word uppercase, to get your first delivery fee waived. If you have used Bitesquad before and used our promo code, these days you can also get basically the same deal using the phrase for free. FORFREE, all caps, will get your first delivery free. Bitesquad, breakfast, lunch at your office, dinner at home, no parking, no worrying about weather, reservations, anything else. Food for your mood delivered right to your door, restaurant quality food served in a restaurant quality style, bitesquad.com or the Bitesquad app. All right, special day in Waseca.
Yeah, I was in Waseca last Friday morning for a school assembly. Usually I go to schools for ball games or whatever. This was an assembly and it was really neat. This was kind of their end of the year assembly honoring students and staff, and it was really neat. I couldn't stay for the whole thing. I had to leave and head back up here for the adapted bowling state tournament. But my job was to award the Waseca High School Theater Department a national award from the National Federation of State High School Associations, the Heart of the Arts Award. We've talked about what their one-act play performance was about a year ago. It was a military-themed play, and they dedicated it to a guy named Caleb Erickson, a Waseca grad who was 20 years old when he was killed in Afghanistan with the Marines 5 years ago. And the day we found out that Waseca was going to receive this award from the National Federation, I had emailed Karen Farr Anderson, their theater director, and say, hey, this is great news. You're this national award winner. The day we found out was 5 years to the day since Caleb Erickson was killed in Afghanistan. And I wrote about this last year. It's the kids who put the play together and Caleb's family really, really forged a really close relationship. The family kind of became part of this whole endeavor, and they used the performance to raise money for veterans in need. Just a great story. So all I knew was I was going to go stand up, talk for 2 minutes, present this award to Karen, and that's all I knew. And so we did that. I talked about the award, what it means, that this covers, band, choir, speech, debate, theater, and this is a regional award. It's not a national award, but basically 5 or 6 states in the upper Midwest. And I told the gym full of students and staff, I said, of all these schools and all these states and all these different categories, this award is right here at Waseca. So it was a great thing. And then Karen, the theater director, got up and she had prepared this wonderful speech, basically first thanking everybody in the play, everybody who helped with the play. They had people in town provide, military gear for the performers to wear and patches and pins and really make it look like it should. And then she talked about Caleb and what he's missed, in the 5 years that he's been gone. His sister had a baby and how and how we need to keep him in our thoughts. And it was really eye-opening, I think, especially to high school kids. I don't know how many of these current students knew Caleb because he was 20 years old, when he was killed 5 years ago. I had tears in my eyes as Karen was talking about Caleb and his kind of just how we can still salute him and all military people. And when she was done, everybody just spontaneously stood up and applauded. And I think there were tears in a lot of eyes. There certainly were in mine. So that was really neat. That tells you about what these activities do and what they mean to people. And I was thinking as I was leaving that if they had won the national award, there's the National Federation. We have a convention every summer. It'll be in Indianapolis here right before the 4th of July. So the national winner of this award, I don't know who that is off the top of my head. They'll be recognized, representatives from that school will be there in person. And that's great. But I think this is more meaningful, having this award presented in front of the in the place where this performance came from, and having everybody there be able to hear about this and listen to what Karen said about Caleb and this whole production, this whole endeavor it was really special. I did not really expect that because I didn't really have much for expectations. But congratulations to everybody in Waseca. That is a special place.
That's great. It's great. You got to be a part of it too. That's awesome. All right, let's go to state adapted bowling.
Yeah, one of our other state championships this spring. That was later Friday. Actually, it started about the time I got to Waseca. It goes all day. We have singles, doubles, and team bowling, and for cognitively impaired students, division for physically impaired students, and our fairly new division in the last few years for students on the autism spectrum. So this is at the Bolero in Brooklyn Park, and man, it's a mob scene. It's so much fun. You walk in there, and it's packed, and everybody's hooting and hollering and having fun. That's just one of the greatest. Just the scene is so awesome. I think I tweeted, you've never in your life witnessed a happier mass of humanity than at the Adapted Bowling State Tournament. And that's what it is. And the awards ceremonies are great. I shot some video and tweeted that and some photos of the awards ceremony. And it's just some of these kids are so excited. The arms are pumping and they're jumping up and down just to get a medal. And we give 10 medals in each division. Top 10 gets a medal. And it's kind of a handicapped event. Everybody comes in with like a golf handicap, that's tabulated throughout the season. And it's just so much fun. And I want to give a special shout out to a guy named Jim Muckenhern. He is the man behind Adapted Bowling and a lot of our adapted activities. This was the 20th Adapted Bowling State Tournament under the high school league flag, and Jim Muckenhern's been to every one of them. If you've ever been to Adapted Bowling during the awards ceremonies, he's the guy on the microphone announcing everything, and Muck, as we call him, he's the greatest. I don't know if he listens to podcasts, but he is as good as they come. So congratulations, everybody who was at the Adapted Bowling Tournament.
Well, if he doesn't listen to podcasts, he should start listening to this one.
Get out there, Jim.
A big loss at Centennial.
Yeah, we had a guy pass away. A guy I knew not well, but I knew well enough to know what a great individual he was. Mark Quinlan was the speech and drama coach at Centennial High School for 41 years. He had a battle with cancer. We lost him over the weekend here, I think, and it just he was on the board of directors at the high school league a while back. That's how I got to know him, and I would see him at state speech tournaments and different events. Just a great guy. I know how much he meant to everybody at Centennial. And as I retweeted the note from the high school that he had passed away, my comment was, Mark was a treasure. Condolences to his family and friends. And he truly was a treasure. Always had a smile on his face. And I know how much he meant to everybody at Centennial. So condolences again to his family and everybody who knew Mark Quinlan at Centennial.
Condolences and thanks for letting us know about that. New state track record.
Yeah, this was a young lady named Madison Schmidt at Blaine High School. The first I saw of this last week, a tweet from the track Twitter account there at Blaine. She had high jumped 6 feet, set a new school record. And I saw that. I did a little quick check of the state records, and I realized, yes, that's a school record. That's also an all-time state record. The previous record was 5'11". Taylor Wiebke from Casson Manorville. 2014. Taylor went on to a great career with the Gophers track and field team. So Madison Schmidt, 6 feet in the high jump. That's pretty good. She's already a state champ. She was the 2A state champ last year. She went 5'8". So now she's gone 6 feet. Congratulations on the school record, Madison. Also, congratulations on the state record. Nice going.
Absolutely. Let's wrap up the show with big band news, one of our favorite topics. Once again, thanks to pizzabarnprinceton.com. Obviously, they're located in Princeton, but if you're going on 169 north or south for whatever reason, Memorial Day, 4th of July, anytime this summer, going up to the cabin or coming back, stop by Pizza Barn in Princeton. Check them out. Pizza deals, cool beer specials. They do a lot of trendy stuff. There's very, very interactive place. Check them out, and also remember Bitesquad.com or the Bitesquad app. Whether you're using a promo code or not, just use them because they've been very supportive of our network. On to big band news.
Yeah, this is big news from the band world. We always love our bands. We don't see much of the pep bands in the spring other than an occasional track meet or something like that. But coming up, we'll have our adapted softball state tournament coming up here in a short amount of time. And I knew this had been in the works. I wasn't I didn't say anything because I wasn't sure it was finalized, but it's now finalized. The Moorhead High School, well, it's not even the high school, the eighth grade orchestra from Moorhead, they're going to do the national anthem at the adapted softball state tournament, which will be at Coon Rapids High School. They're going to do the national anthem. They're all going to also going to play some not pep band, but what they call pep orchestra tunes before the thing starts. And this is an orchestra. These are going to be violins and cellos and strings. It's beautiful. I've been in that middle school orchestra room. Brian Cole is the guy who masterminds this stuff. So he's going to bring the eighth grade orchestra down for the state adapted softball tournament. And it's going to be pretty spectacular. I'm going to do my best to be there and shoot some pictures and some video. And I think I'm kind of excited about this. He'd asked me a while back if this was a possibility. I got him in touch with the proper authorities, and it's going to happen. So talk about commitment. Talk about getting all these eighth grade orchestra kids on a bus to drive down here to play the national anthem and then sit in the stands, I assume, and play a few more tunes and then get back on the bus and drive back to Moorhead. That is really awesome. I can't wait to see this.
That's great stuff. Thanks to our producer, Brandon Morton. You can follow John on Twitter at MSHSL Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Suhan Strib. Thanks to everybody who sponsors the program. Thanks to everybody who listens. Check out TalkNorth.com for all of our shows, and we'll be back next week with more probably people wearing prom dresses and Harley-Davidson boots.
Not me.
Not me either.
Maybe the boots.